Hello, and thank you so much for joining me. Well, a major story broke today, and I just had to pop in and share it with you, hopefully provide some facts so you can make up your own mind, and I want to hear your comments down below. So this story is about the First Lady of Nigeria. It's about the AFP fact-checking agency. It's about a YouTube channel, and it's about the rather ho-hum Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, which I didn't want to talk about this week, but it's not really about them. They're on the periphery. They're a part of the story, but the actual story is a lot bigger than that. Now, before we get into the story, let's have a look at what the AFP is. Now, I screen grabbed this off their actual website so you can see for yourself. I'll put a link in the description box below so you can go and see for yourself. A multilingual, multicultural news agency whose mission is to provide accurate, balanced and impartial coverage of news wherever and whenever it happens in the world on a continuous basis. Now that sounds very good, very reassuring. It sounds like they fulfill a function. But the question I want to ask in this video is, can you fact check subjective facts? Opinion. Is it possible? Now, the First Lady's speech was her opinion. It was her opinion delivered to a room full of her peers. Now, some people would have enjoyed and liked that opinion. Some people would have objected to the opinion. Some people would have made assumptions that she was talking about Meghan Markle. Others would have the opinion she was not talking about Meghan Markle. It is all subjective. It is all opinion. Are we still allowed to have those? So let's go on and see the parameters that the AFP actually operate under on the next slide. It says that they are never to compromise the accuracy and objectivity of the information it provides. All fall under the control of any ideological, political, or economic grouping. Again, fair enough. Sounds very reassuring. Sounds like they really are a fantastic agency that receive revenue from major news organisations from all over the world, all over Europe, UK media, all the major news outlets that you probably get your news from. They actually pay some revenue to this AFP news agency in order for them to fact check things. So this time, they've fact-checked something that I think isn't checkable. And I think that their involvement in this story is really sort of off kilter. And that's what I wanted to look at in this video. So let's have a look at how this story broke. This was the headline on their website. Online post, media misleadingly claim Nigeria's First Lady criticised Meghan's choice of clothes. Okay, so that's the headline. Now, what they're claiming is that people assume that the First Lady of Nigeria was criticising Meghan in her speech. Now, a lot of people did jump to that assumption. Now, I can provide an explanation why a lot of people jumped to that assumption. During the Nigeria trip, a lot of YouTubers in particular and a lot of social media comment were passing the opinion that really Meghan seemed to be inappropriately dressed for the country she was visiting. She didn't seem to be dressed conservatively enough for a conservative and religious country. Now, let's have a look at what the First Lady of Nigeria actually said in this speech. Now, this is just a section of this speech. It is taken out of context, I guess, because I'm only providing a small part, but I'm providing the part that I think it is relevant that sort of prompted people's perception that she was talking about Meghan Markle. Again, this is only opinion. I don't think you can fact check subjective opinion or someone else's perspective, but maybe that's just me. This is what the First Lady said. The message here is we have to salvage our children. You know, we see the way they dress, forgetting that in Nigeria we are beautiful. And breaking now, I'll say to camera, yes, they are. They are beautiful. Back to what she said. We are not having a Met Gala. And everyone, their nakedness is just everywhere, so we have to do something. Now, when she said about the Met Gala, everybody that knows anything about the Harkles knows that she wasn't talking about Meghan Markle at that point because they didn't attend the Met Gala because Harry and Meghan decided that they weren't going to attend this year. You know what? I decided I wasn't going to attend this year. either. But it's the next sentence where I think everyone sort of jumped to the conclusion that indeed she was talking about Meghan Markle. Again, subjective. You can't fact check me on this, AFP, because it is my subjective opinion. And last I looked, we still are allowed to have those. This is what she said. We don't accept nakedness in our culture, whereupon the room erupted in applause. And then she says, that is not beautiful. So she delivered her opinion that in the Nigerian culture, they do not accept nakedness. And she got approval for that opinion, and then she delivered another opinion that it is not beautiful. Now, why did people assume that she was talking about Meghan Markle? Well, I think, and again, subjective opinion, is that Meghan showed a lot of skin. She had just been to their country and she'd showed a lot of skin. Every occasion that she attended, she was the only woman in the room that was showing that amount of skin. Now, I'm not passing judgment on that. Meghan can wear whatever she likes. Any woman can wear whatever they like. I do not have an opinion. I do not judge other women for what they choose to wear. That's not my point. My point is, which is really an objective fact, Meghan Markle showed a lot of skin in Nigeria. Meghan Markle showed more skin than pretty much everybody else in the room at every function, except for the last few days of her trip where she sort of wore traditional dress, and I think she got the memo. So, lots of skin. And in particular, I have to say that a photograph sped all around the world after Meghan attended the polo. And for this polo match, she wore an outfit, and I'm not suggesting that it was intentional, but she flashed her boob because a camera actually took a shot of her from the side and you clearly saw her left breast and you clearly saw it pretty much in its entirety. So I would define that, AFP, as nakedness. But again, it may not have been what the First Lady was referring to. So let's have a look at why AFP got involved in all this subjective opinion in the first place. So we'll look at this. The visit of Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle to Nigeria in May elicited a flurry of media attention. Oh, before I go on, AFP, could you please fact check the coverage of that Nigeria trip? Because I have a feeling that maybe we weren't getting really an accurate impression of that trip and the success of that trip. After all, Meghan and Harry only took one approved photographer, one approved reporter who was actually sort of there on their behest and was actually reporting what they wanted them to report. So maybe there could be some fact checking regarding the reporting. Just an idea. Anyway, it also sparked disinformation when a YouTuber suggested that a video showing Nigeria's First Lady Olorami Tinubu berating the Duchess of Sussex for dressing indecently during her trip to the West African country. Now let's have a look. Let's have a look and actually see whether this YouTuber did actually berate Meghan Markle and claim that the First Lady of Nigeria berated Meghan Markle. Let's just have a look at what the AFP found misleading. So this is the tweet. This is the tweet that the YouTuber Nancy Sidley Sussex actually made on X. Meghan Markle managed to create an international incident. We warned her about the clothes. Now, to me, that's a joke. It's also an opinion. And a lot of, really an opinion that a lot of people do agree with, who observed the tour, who felt that her clothes were inappropriate, like I said, for a conservative and religious country. But it is an opinion. It's not a news piece. It's not a research journalistic news piece. But the AFP are claiming that the UK news spied this tweet and formed their stories on the basis of it. Now, whose fault's that? If that is true, maybe AFP needs to fact check themselves. If that is true, AFP, and it may well be, I wouldn't doubt the veracity of your claims, well, then surely the onus is on the UK news media to actually do their own good research, exercise their journalistic skills before they actually write a story. Maybe, just a suggestion. But anyway, we will keep on going. Now, this post that influenced all the UK news media received 3,000 likes and 350 reshares. Oh my goodness me, we have to be so wary about the Sidley Twins. They're really going to change the whole conversation. They're putting out so much misinformation and they have such world influence. 3,000 likes and 350 reshares? My goodness me, they are a regular propaganda unit. Okay. Let's see. So this was shared by Nancy Sidley Sussex. This is AFP from their website. I'll link to it down below in the description box. Do not take my word for anything. Please visit the website and read everything for yourself. One half of a US online duo called the Sidley Twins. Now, I'll come in now and say I have never watched the Sidley Twins YouTube channel. I don't know what sort of content they put up. I'm not endorsing their content. I'm not disendorsing their content. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not passing judgment or opinion on the Sidley Twins. Are we clear? The YouTube channel discusses pop culture and royal gossip, okay? So that would suggest to me that it's opinion and it's fun and it's about gossip. It's not about hard, fact-checked news. What do you think? Do you think that smacks of hard fact-check news, or do you think it just sounds like a bit of fun, that they're sharing royal gossip and things that people are interested in, and they're also sharing what is swirling around on social media, and evidently they do it in quite an amusing way. Now, it's interesting that after they put up the Sidley tweet and they put misleading across it and, the drama, they actually then go on to do a big puff piece on Meghan Markle. They pretty much, well, I'll let you see for yourself. To me, it just reeks of puff piece. I don't know why it was relevant to what they were trying to do. Evidently, they were trying to correct the record, but then it turned into a bit of handy PR for Meghan Markle. So it says that the Duchess discussed her Nigerian heritage, referring, blah, blah. I just can't do it. It is just galling. But why is that in there? What's that got to do with fact-checking? How is that relevant to what the First Lady said in her subjective opinion speech? Just doesn't make sense, does it? It really doesn't make sense. This is such a beat up. And I really don't think that this is the sort of fact-checking that AFP really should be doing. Let me know what you think down below. So let's have a look what their beef is, what the whole thing's about. The First Lady did not comment on the Duchess's attire. Well, I don't think the Sidley Twins actually said that she did, but anyway, she meant Meghan appreciates the people we are and hence her coming here. Okay, that sounds to me like AFP's opinion, really. But they actually received an email from the First Lady's office saying that her comments were taken out of context. Well, they weren't taken out of context because everybody viewed the video. They viewed the video in its entirety and they formed their own opinion. The Sidley Twins viewed the video and formed their own opinion. So they weren't taken out of context. And why is AFP actually representing the First Lady of Nigeria's opinion, the First Lady of Nigeria's retraction, the First Lady of Nigeria's sort of hurt feelings about the way her comments were construed? Why are they running interference for her because she emailed them? What is going on? So let me know what you think down below, because I think that it is a bigger story. I really, really do. Because if we're going to have YouTubers targeted for actually voicing their opinions and then being blamed for being the source of legitimate news agencies, well, what's that going to lead to? That's going to lead to YouTube channels being shut down. That's going to lead to the fact that people cannot form their own opinion, particularly if that opinion is sort of running in opposition to what maybe Meghan Markle or Prince Harry want. Now, the AFP are not supposed to be representing anybody specifically, and I'm not suggesting, AFP, that you are. What I'm suggesting that it has the appearance of something that is a little weird, that is a little questionable. And I really think I've proven in this video that you can't fact check subjective opinion, subjective fact, and you really shouldn't be trying. Thanks a lot. I hope you join me again really soon. Bye.